210 Boxing TV here at the Plebe, Espinoza. So a little while ago, you're telling me a pretty funny story about Canelo. So the thing about Raza, right? We got the Mexicans that like Canelo, and then we got some Mexicanos that don't like Canelo. So explain your side of the story and just tell the story. You could tell it better than I can.
I won't go into details of the story because I don't want to offend anybody. But let me tell you, I don't see eye to eye with Canelo in the way that these people see things. A lot of people are Canelo fans. I'm not a hater. I'm a boxing fan, not a boxer fan. So let's get that out of the way. I really try to better the people that I work with. I try to better and help anybody that's associated with us, anybody that I can call a friend, any promoter that's willing to work with us or work with me per se. I support them as well. I believe in being grateful for people that gave you the opportunity, and I just think Canelo sometimes plays the part where, yes, he's a great star. Yes, he has a great talent. Yes, he has many great accomplishments that I, myself, and many other fighters will never be able to do. Now, a little bit of the attitude with ungratefulness towards Oscar de la Hoya and talking bad about him when he got spoon-fed by those people for many years. He is the man that he is today due to the people that he talks crap about. Now, I'm not here to talk shit about nobody. I'm just talking the facts, how it is. There's a lot more casual boxing fans than there is boxing fans per se. So I just got to say it out there. You know what I mean? A lot of people are Canelo fans. Hey, go ahead, man. You love them. You have your reasons. Go ahead and love them, bro. But I can't love fakeness, and I can't love a guy that's been spoon-fed. And obviously, we've seen him fail lately against opposition because he believes a little too much in himself. Now, every fighter thinks he can beat everybody. Right now, me, myself, I'm washed up. I never has been or nothing. But I still believe I can beat anybody because that's just a fighter mentality. So I respect him for believing he can beat anybody. But you gotta respect weight divisions, man. I know you're trying to be great. You already proved it with Kovalev. I have no idea what he's doing, trying to prove it with Bivol. Now that guy didn't sell out. You know what I mean? That guy is not, Lara put hands on him like a motherfucker, and he still got the decision, and that had everything to do with Golden Boy. So you gotta be grateful from where your roots are, from where you're from. Who helped you in the beginning? Somebody helped me. I know who helped me when I was younger, and I'm eternally grateful. I'm never going to turn around and talk smack about anybody. Oscar de la Hoya is going through whatever he's going through, but man, that guy gave us years of fights, years of dedication. That guy can do whatever the fuck he wants, and he's doing great. So Oscar, shout out to you, bro, for doing and accomplishing what many of us wish we could. So you did it, brother, and I salute you to that, Oscar. Canelo, I just feel a little bit ungrateful, a little bit spoon-fed, and a little bit overhyped. You want to beat somebody, go fight Benavidez, go fight Charlo, go fight. There's many people you could fight at 160, 168. There's no reason for 175. We'd respect you more for beating Benavidez at 168 than we would if you beat Bivol at 175. Nobody really knew who Bivol was.
Do you think he'll fight Benavidez at 168?
I don't think he'll fight Benavidez at 168. He'll use this excuse that he's a Mexican, blah, 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 when he's fought Mexicans before. But the only thing he doesn't want to do is fight a Mexican that will give him competition, a Mexican that might dethrone him. And at the end of the day, he's 33 years old, I believe. And I believe he knows he's kind of not in his way out, but he's peaked.
He's at the end.
From 33 years old, technically boxers start to slow down a little bit. But let's see if he could hold it up like Bernard Hopkins did, if he's that great. Let's see if he holds it up like Triple G, waiting for him for 5 years to do it. Now, everybody talks about Triple G getting knocked out by Canelo right now. Based off what? I tell everybody, please notice what you're saying. Canelo's going to drop Triple G. He might. Triple G is old. I get it. That I see that side of the story. But if we're going based on what happened on fight one, Triple G won. He got robbed. They gave it to Canelo. Second one, Canelo pulled it off with a nice, beautiful flourish. Good combinations. He took it from there. But shit, Triple G fought Murata and he looked amazing. Didn't look too horrible. Dominated completely. So I can't say a fighter's gonna look old until he looks old. Manny Pacquiao looked amazing. People have him favored over Ugas going in there. But what happened, we finally saw Manny Pacquiao look a little old. He said it himself, didn't have his rhythm, didn't have his bounce, and that's what cost him the fight ultimately. So at the end of the day, I feel Canelo is a little bit overhyped. Canelo, respeto por todo lo que has hecho, para la raza y lo que has hecho para el boxeo. Pero lamentablemente, I personally don't see it. Mi opinión is that it's, he's not at the level of Barrera. He's not at the level of Marquez. He's not the level of other great Julio Cesar Chavez, ni a los tobillos perro, ¿me entiendes?
Sí.
He's not going to be able to do, he's not there yet. Accomplishments, I can't deny him, bro. He's a multiple champion, unified in many weight, at his weight class, I think it's 168, I'm not sure. Again, I don't follow straight through with him, but I just don't think he's everything people had him out to be. And I'm not a hater, I'm just a realist, and I'm just letting you know what I believe, and that's my opinion. If you disagree, I'm sorry if I offended you. If you look at me in a different way, that's totally your problem, not mine. But I just see the way that it is, and I believe I've been around boxing long enough to see who can do and who can do what. And I come from Laredo, Texas, man, home of Orlando Canizales, Orlando Canizales, Lomachenko before Lomachenko. So for all y'all casual boxing fans, just so you guys know who he is, Google him. He's got 16 minutes of highlights, bro. Who has that shit? Orlando, shout out, brother.
Now, I want to ask you a question. So some people are trying to say Canelo is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. And I know you heard that. What do you think about that?
I think due to social...
Or why people say that?
I think people believe Canelo, they believe that because a lot of people right now are in a time where social media is around, you know what I mean? Everybody sees and they believe everything they read, everything they say, and like I said again, there's more casual boxing fans than there is true boxing fans. And a lot of people are going to believe that, you know what I mean? That's why people believe tabloids, that's why people believe certain things. Real boxing fans, rumor has it that in Guadalajara he's not well liked, bro. You know what I mean? Real Mexicans, real fans of boxing, Guadalajara is a very concentrated place, surrounded by boxing champions like Marco Antonio Barrera, a real warrior that fought for nothing. And if you hear Barrera's story, come on, he didn't win good money on the first Eric Morales. The second one didn't win too much money either, and the third one he fought it for free. That's a beautiful man that gave his life out and left it all in the ring. Marco Antonio Barrera, saludos compadre, para todo lo que hagas, mucho respeto. And a lot of people don't really respect Canelo in that area because, or in boxing, or in Mexico, only American fans do. For the simple fact that they believe everything that they see. And again, I see why they believe it, because there's all his accomplishments, all the titles that he's done, the weight classes that he's done it in. You know what I mean? Again, it's no hate. It's just, I respect him more, like I said earlier, if he fought Charlo, Benavidez, other fighters that are at 160 or 168, they're really deserving. I know Bubu Andrade, they say he says he's a horrible fighter. You fought, what's that guy's name that he fought? The Yardim or what? Yardrum. Like, okay, bro, you give that guy a shot, but you don't give Bubu Andrade, the horrible fighter. Hey, give him a fucking shot, man. Bubu deserves it, bro. You know what I mean? And all you're doing is setting a bad example for fighters. You know what I mean? I respect a lot Jaime Munguia, but Bubu Andrade is mandatory, but hasn't capitalized on that opportunity. I'm from the time and from where fighters, I really wish I could have won a title, and I respect fighters that win titles, but Bubu Andrade and Jaime Munguia trying to avoid it. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of the influence Mayweather brought on Canelo, and Canelo's bringing to the new young fighters. That it's okay, let's do it for money. And I don't agree with that. You might agree with that. I don't agree with that, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Is it like Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Marquez, they fought everyone. And with Canelo, he says, well, I'm not going to fight Mexican fighters. But for me, I think he only said that once David Benavidez got brought up.
Again, I never reached the level that they did. Far from it. I'm a nobody. I've met many fighters that have tried, many fighters that have failed. But I will tell you, once you reach a certain level and you're a champion, you're the go-to man, there's some type of responsibility that falls on you to fight the champions, to fight the greats. Now, if you reach a level and you're selective with your opponent, then of course I could remain undefeated. If I had the opportunity to select my opponents instead of fighting undefeated fighters on my way out, well, absolutely, I would have been able to fight nobodies or guys in their way outs. A lot of people don't understand that fighters, when they're older, they're not the same. You beat a Shane Mosley, it's not the same. You knock out Amir Khan, you're a big walking around inflated 195 pounder when Amir Khan only came up 4 or 5 pounds after weigh-in, and then you want me to wow you because you dropped a guy that got dropped by what's his name?
Prescott and Danny Garcia.
Prescott, Danny Garcia at lighter weights. Come on, bro. Everybody knows Amir Khan has a glass chin. No disrespect to Amir Khan. I know he retired. All the respect and love to you, brother, for all the entertaining fights that you gave us. But still, Canelo, if anything, bro, you guys should be glorifying Amir Khan for stepping up to the plate and fighting that water buffalo named Canelo, man, because that's a big guy. That's a big guy. It's like me going in there with Mike Tyson doing a couple of rounds. I'm pretty sure I'll land him, but once he catches me, it's going to happen. So please, people, take into consideration what fighters do in the ring. Appreciate a fighter that fights the best. Appreciate fighters that are coming up and are willing to take those big risks. Don't glorify these guys that made it to the top and fight absolutely nobody, bro.
Or it's just business, puro negocio.
Ándale, puro negocio. La feria, no hay pedo, güey. Haz feria, no hay pedo. But when you're like Canelo, bro, you'll make $100 million no matter who you fight. Fight Jake Paul, for Christ's sake, and you'll make $200 million. But is it a respectable fight? Absolutely fucking not. So Amir Khan, same thing. Not respectable. The Yurdom guy, come on, bro. Fight less risky actual world champion, and they'll be more respectable. There's better ways to go around, and you're fucking Canelo, bro. Anybody will fight you, bro. Anybody will come out of retirement and give you a couple of fucking rounds. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali out of his grave, bro, just to give you a couple of rounds. So please, bro, don't insult us that do know about boxing. Don't insult us that actually follow boxing. And to all your fans that glorify him and want to be yes men around him, hey man, come on, man. Don't be like that. Give glory to the fighters that deserve it. Danny Garcia moving up back in weight. People like that, bro. People like that, bro. Doing everything that they can. Manny Pacquiao fighting people after he lost. That guy is one of the greatest. Come on, let's keep it real. Before you guys give me this Floyd Mayweather argument, are you serious, bro? That guy finished his career. Are you serious, bro? That guy finished his career, his actual boxing career, with Andre Berto. No disrespect to Andre, badass payday, but not the best guy he could have fought. Look at Manny Pacquiao, finished with Keith Thurman, beat Keith Thurman, and then fought Ugas. That's a real champion. So come on, guys, let's just be real and accept who's a real fighter and who is a mediocre fighter, a mediocre champion. There's a difference between a champion and a champion. You guys make the choice.
All right, thanks, Plebe.